Hello and welcome back to another First Impressions video brought to you by MMO Play. It's here taking a look at the Dragon's Prophet beta. It's currently open beta, available from Sony Online Entertainment. This is going to be a fantasy MMORPG with a lot of focus on a pet, actually. The world, you have dragonkin, you can communicate with them, you can even train them and tame them. We will get into that briefly later, but your pet is very important to the game. Going through the character creation real quick. Also, it's going to be stereotypically Asian when it comes to the story, so it's going to be like over the top, you're the hero of the world, you're our only hope. But we're focusing on the gameplay today. The story, the game's an open beta, go check it out for yourself. This is a free-to-play game, by the way. So, character creation, lots of detail for the face and the body and all that. You can do that, customize how you want. 3 different spots where you can choose your color palette, and just all this. And when you start the game, your character comes to level 45, you're training everybody, and then you fall off of a cliff and lose your members to start level 1. So it's going to use that to kind of teach you, give you access to everything, and then take it away from you. But let's get into the game itself. Alright, a lot of times, games, I don't have a chance to show all of the mechanics in the game, but today I'm gonna, because crafting is integral. It's even part of the pet system. But there is a lot of crafting involved in the game. You can do it from an early level. I'm also showing the interface a little bit. It's a bit of a Terra-style interface. You can go into this optional menu right here, and it brings up all your hotkeys. You hit escape for your arrows. Other than that, it's going to be more action combat. It's going to be shooting in front of you, so more of a Terra, Neverwinter feel than maybe your World of Warcraft feel. That and the graphic style and the music reminded me almost of an updated Guild Wars 1. It kind of gives me that vibe, too. It's, at least this zone is kind of a happy-go-lucky, but things are happening area. And before you ask, it's Dragon's Prophet. You do not start with your dragon, you'll get one early. Before level 10, I already had 2. So, this is just me wandering around, look at the minimap. I'm going to show a bit of the gathering and crafting. And one of the first things you can do is you can take any of your gear you don't want, and you can extract it, and you'll get essences which you can use to craft and specialize other gear. So, right here, just drop my old boots in here, I don't need that anymore, and you can do batch extraction too, where I can just open up this whole menu and drop up to that many items in there. You can see you can start with 3 rows of inventory space. You can unlock more either with microtransactions, or you get them when you level up, so all that can be earned in-game without having to buy any currency. So that's all the level extraction. Now I got those essences, I can use them. You can also go ahead and do craft cooking. I'm going to go and specialize a little bit of this. I don't have much to do with cooking yet. You can see you can get recipes. You will get recipes that drop in-game, so you can go pick them up in-game. Unfortunately, right now I don't have much for cooking, so that's all I could do is just kind of specialize those weeds into something fun. And then more, I can level up my weapon. You can see I can spend in-game currency and have a percentage chance to succeed. It increased my damage a little bit. That's always nice. I can go ahead and try again. So, hey, 70% chance. That's not too bad. Let's try it again. Or I could use dragon tokens, which are different alternate currency, or, of course, you can use microtransactions. Both of those have higher percentage chances. Beware of the shadows. So that just increases your damage. And then, of course, the dragon. So the first thing you do is you hit 7, you jump on top of him, and he gets ticked off. And you can see that little bar right there, that minigame. You're trying to keep it towards the center, and you're trying to hit WASD to keep your little thing towards the center, or it's steering it. And you're trying to tell the dragon, I'm in charge here, I'm in charge, you're breaking him in, and he's trying to throw you off, and if you succeed, he's yours. And you have limited numbers of dragons. I think at this level I have access to 2. So there's my first one. He will try to throw you off, and I just will say, it takes a little while to get used to it. I played this a lot during the closed beta, and took a few weeks off when open beta came out. It still took me 4 or 5 tries before I got the feel of it right. And then after that you can fly around him. He's got abilities. Right now my one ability is I have Glide. It gives me a big run speed, or fly speed. Dragons can attack for you. They can also move you around, obviously. And another thing is, there's a dungeon. Right off the bat. You get one at, what, level 7, 8? And you can see you can go in solo. You actually have that mode. Or I can go to a 3-man group. Being antisocial and all, at low level. At least I'm going to go and solo this dungeon. I'm not going to show the whole thing. It took me about 20 minutes because I was clearing. You do not have to kill every single monster in here, by the way. I found that out too. You can choose to, because sometimes you get good drops like that. There's a green item right there. You do have to interact, so F is by default your interact button, and if you hit F again, you'll get to just loot all. So, nice little hotkey there, no having to click through everything. Another thing is the combo system in the game. If you hit K, you'll bring up your skill combos. It's using different combinations of abilities to do different things. So you can see when I do my first 3 attacks, the third attack is a kind of fireball in front of me. That's actually not a special ability. My right click is a water spell. But I have a combo that's left click, right click, and then does that combo. So hit K and pay attention to that tab. Very important. It's really nice for your character. You can see right now I'm looking at my items. Just doing a lot of inventory management right here. And comparing it, I just got a dragon essence so I can specialize this item like that. Gives me extra spell resist. So it's basically enchanting. I can do that, and boom, there we go. I can put it back in there, pull it out again later. Probably going to cost a little bit of in-game currency. But there's a nice little enchanting system. Yeah, I got extra resistance on my chest now. You also do earn stats, 3 points per level. Yeah, look, a repeatable quest. Blue exclamations are repeatable. So I can just kill some guys in here. But you'll get 3 stat points per. Int is going to be magic damage, magic defense. You'll have charisma, which will help you with your ability to tame. You'll have your dragon stat, which will keep your dragon out longer. Hey, these guys don't have range attack, and they just stay put. But that's my combo. That's the 3-shot combo. The other one I have is I can spam 3 times, which I'll do in point-blank area effect ice spell. Does pretty good damage. And then the last one is E, and then immediately click. Left click, and that one I'll do an AoE followed by another AoE. So here's the skill trains. These are all the skills I currently have access to. As you unlock more abilities, you'll get more skills, obviously. So let's go find a fight that's probably a little more interesting than these overgrown plants. Alright, got him. But what do we got here? Another dragon. I can kill him, or I got room for him. I got him in my dragon pen. I can take 2. So let's get on here. Come on. No, he's trying to throw me off. You can see he's just trying to push you all over the place. Ooh, he almost... If you get outside that second circle, you will get thrown off and you'll have to fight him. They do not get happy when you can't tame them. And that bar on the right is what I gotta fill up. There we go, I got my dragon. First attempt that time. So now I have 2 dragons, and they all have their own cooldown too, so if I bring one out to attack, I can bring out the other one afterwards. So how about fighting a dragon? Well, at this point I'm pretty much full, so... Go ahead and try to aggro this guy. And every kind of dragon has different stats. Also, rarer, stronger dragons are a little harder to tame, too. Some of them can get quite difficult to tame, in fact, if your stats aren't spec'd for it. I'm going kind of independent. I'm going very int-heavy. So, it means I'm just building it so I do more damage. In general, you, surprisingly enough, actually are stronger than these critters. But they... can tank for you. Their damage is not terrible. You can see right now I have 2 spots. I can unlock more. Some of them by level, probably some of them by microtransactions. So let's bring them out. So I can hit Alt F1 or Alt F2, or tilde will bring out my most recent dragon. I haven't aggroed him because I was actually shooting him. Now he's going to go in there, he's going to fight for me. And you can see his damage numbers. He's the one with the yellow damage numbers. You can only stay out for just so long, though. He'll go back after a while. He'll be at a minute cooldown. I can bring my other dragon out, though. Just hit Alt F2. And even inside, you can't fly around, so the game is designed from the ground up with players being able to fly from an early level. Think about World of Warcraft when they added Burning Crusade. You needed to make changes for when characters could eventually fly. In this game, it's designed from the ground up from that ability. And go over here and loot everything. Now I'm gonna go and find a little more challenging of a fight, because we've seen the basic mechanics of the game. How about some difficulty? You can see the fight I'm looking at right there. Alright, so the question is, can you deal with multiple guys? I have 2 guys on me right now. In fact, I might even have to get 3 of the dragons looking awfully angry. Yeah, there we go. But I do have AoE attacks. My E, my 1, my 2, and my 5 are all AoEs, and they are quite potent. The problem is, anything that's not a left or right click does require mana. Eventually I can unlock a mana regen ability in combat, but don't have it right now, and also mana regen is pretty fast. At this point, difficulty-wise, the game's pretty easy. It's an MMO on pretty low level. But what happens when you do die? So right here I got ambushed on a bridge, and I was really low life, and my potions are on cooldown. So if you die, you can either revive for free or resurrect right there, but it'll cost you in-game currency or microtransaction currency. So the reviving takes me to the beginning of the zone. Just got to run back. It's not too bad. You can also set a revive point in the overworld too, so it's not too bad. I didn't notice an XP loss or any other loss. Just some time in running back. And last but not least, we might need something. We might need a boss. So let's go find a boss. This is a dungeon after all, even if it is soloable. And here's a big guy. You cannot tame this guy. I tried. He did not want anything to do with it. I will say, at this level, the difficulty of the game is pretty easy. That said, it does get a little bit more interesting, a little more difficult, and the action combat style of gameplay does mean you actually have to pay attention. If you're looking for a game that's hard right out of the bat, this might not be it, but it does ramp eventually. The gameplay, the mechanics, the style of the game, I actually do enjoy. I played to about level 20-ish during the closed beta and was having fun with it. Maybe 25. It's been a while. My dragon's back there pecking on his ear. The boss is not going to be overly difficult. The microtransaction system seems fair. Sony seems to make it really do pretty good about their free-to-play models. Blind Side 2 has a pretty fair model. A couple of things that are a little bit annoying, but not too bad. Overall, the game looks interesting. It's currently in open beta. It's called Dragon's Prophet. Pretty good amount of fun if you're a fan of fantasy RPGs. And especially if you like a pet-style system. The pet is very important into this game. You have to do a little bit of inventory management to figure this system out, because I'm a little swamped here with crafting materials. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to more. Check the game out. It's currently in open beta. I'll be launching soon. See you guys later. Bye. I got a blue.